name is Patrick Luis A. Serratos from 6P Malawi. Today I'm going to show 5 types of 5 mixtures which I'm going to separate. The first one is sand mixed with water. I'm going to put the sand.
No! I'm blocking mine. Okay.
Water there. As you can see, it looks muddy. I'm pretty sure this is suspension, so the most efficient way I'd try to separate this is by either waiting for the sand to sink down or sedimentate, or you can use filtration like this. Let me try filtering it with this. Yeah, it actually worked. It still has some sand in it, really small sand, but it seems like most of it has left. So for my next mixture, I am going to do sand and magnetism. So for this, I'm going to put sand here. Oh no, there's a hole. I'm just gonna put it over here, but it also has holes. Now I'm over here. Here, and I'll add some here magnet in. The magnet clearly separates it from the sand. See? Then put it back in there. Now that's method number 2. So the best way is, of course, using the magnets using a magnet to separate magnetic objects. Number 3, we're going to put for my third experiment, I'm going to get pencil shavings, and I'm going to sharpen them. The reason I'm using pencil shavings is because it's really light, and there. And then I'm going to add some sand again. Okay, then add a little more pencil shaving on top. And add some water. If you give it some time, you can actually notice that some of the pencil shavings are floating, and over time the sand will sink to the bottom right here. If you can see look under it, you can see a layer of sand. So while most of the pencil shavings are on top because they're light, the sand is sinking to the bottom. So that's another way of separation. For number 4, I'm going to be using shells. Some shells. And I'm going to be inserting them here. Some shells, and I can also use some paper clips. And just small objects. And here, now you can see that that it's evenly mixed. It's like this heterogeneous mixture. It's mixed, and I can separate this by just manually picking, because they're big enough to see and pick apart by the human eye. There, these are all shells, and the only thing left here is paper clips. For my fifth one, it's mixed nuts. It's basically the last one, but it's edible. Here, I have peanuts, sunflower seeds, and cashews. I mean pistachios. So, separate them. You can also just do manual separation. That's all that I have for today. Thank you. Good afternoon. In conclusion, there are many ways to separate mixtures. You can use filtration. You can also use this kind of filtration. You can use magnetism. And you can also use you can use hand picking, and you can use sedimentation. You can use sedimentation. So what I've concluded from this is that almost all mixtures have a way to be separated, and that most of those ways to be separated are found at home. Thank you, and goodbye.